guess.
Okay, so we're live. Yeah, see what happens.
See if anybody.
We're back into Top Chat somehow.
I gotta get over there.
Oh, I know, but it went from live chat to Top Chat. I don't know why it did that.
I don't know either. Here, you gotta pay those places because you gotta be.
Are you
the star of the show?
Are you warmed up at all, or is that what we're feet at all?
No, I don't know at all.
It's not warm in here.
Why is it so?
I know. I came up here with the thought that it was going to be warm. Oh yeah, because we're narrow. We're not going to be able to. We're going to have to be really close together.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got to swing the camera that way so they can see you too.
What was that noise?
I don't know. It's that thing that does that sometimes. I don't know what causes that.
I don't know.
Ding. I ask you, you don't know. I don't.
We are live though.
Yeah, we're live. There's nobody here. So it's I have no idea what time it is. Well, it's 1 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday morning.
Hi, we're practicing. We're trying to get the phone, the people with the live phone things to see us. I don't think they will. I'm gonna get my phone. Do you want to talk to the stream? Tell them what we're up to.
Okay, what are we up to? We came up to the shop because it's starting to warm up, although it's not that warm. It's 53 degrees Fahrenheit in here, which is a bit on the chilly side.
A bit.
We got the fire going, but it's not warming up very much.
Well, we haven't had it going very long.
So nobody in here, because it's 1 o'clock in the morning, Central Time. I don't know, like it's 11 at night over in the West Coast. And I don't know what time it is in Australia and New Zealand. Hard to say, but we're trying to see if we can get by changing this from a what I always call a back and forthy or an up and downy. The back and forthy, is like a TV set or like a computer screen. And up and downy is like a phone. Okay, so we're trying to get some more of the people that look at their phone. But I think we're supposed to say D-Man's here. Okay, is that come? D-Man, you're here for a test. We're not testing you. We're testing us.
Pretty good.
Okay,
Check it out.
So that's the phone. Is that like a phone feed right there? George Daly's here. Hey, good evening.
It's not the wide feed. It didn't put the bars on the side.
So that's like a telephone, like somebody that scrolls through on their phone.
Look at that. We got
Mark
a bunch of
people are coming in here this time of the morning. It cracks me up. So
I gotta turn the volume.
Yeah, you gotta turn the volume up. Yep. Okay. So, damn, I thought something was wrong. Something is wrong. We're up here in the shop in the middle of the night. We're freezing. But we're trying to. Well, we got a fire going, but
you know what? We are. Look, if I scroll up, we go to the next live.
Oh, you are. We did it. We accomplished it.
We did.
Okay, so it's just a little weird seeing this in. Is this too bothersome seeing this in the square instead of the? See, normally we're wide like this and short like this, so we're on a computer screen or TV. But if you do narrow and tall, then you're on people's phones. But there's a lot of people that only go on their phone. So we're trying to, if you do it square like this, it'll go both on the phone and on computer screens. So I don't know if we're accomplishing anything good or not. Doesn't bother you. Do you watch on a phone or do you watch on a computer screen or on TV? Hey, Steve Edwards is here. The guy's about to go to bed.
Sorry, Steve.
It's only 11 o'clock there. What time is it? It's a little after 11 o'clock your time. Yeah, it's after 1 o'clock in the morning. We came up here and we started you're on a PC, okay. I don't really like this narrow thing, but I was watching Dougster. I don't know if you know who Dougster is. I was watching Dougster and tonight, And he always is in the what I call the up and downy mode, which is like somebody that holds their phone normal up and down. And it's really annoying to me to watch that on my computer screen. But he gets a lot of people that are new because because they're scrolling on their phone. So I don't know. We're kind of messing with it. YouTube said we could do it square and get on the phone.
That's
so
what I learned, and it looks like it's working.
It looks like it works.
We're on that feed.
D-Man says it's cool with me, Buff. D-Man, he looks on a PC. Mark Sauvé. I have a 17-inch laptop. Doesn't bother me. Yeah, so we're kind of narrow on the laptop.
George Daly says, my nephew got my water unfrozen. That's fantastic. Did it warm up, or did he just come in and do something? He's a great young man. That is fantastic that he did that for you.
D-Man says,
man, no broken pipes, I guess.
22-inch monitor. That's what mine is at home. Is mine 22? I don't know. I think mine's the one that's on my desk that I always watch when I'm in bed.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
it's not very big, but
it's a 22. Well, for me, that's.
Hey, Josh, welcome in.
Yeah, wow.
This is the first time we've been in the shop in like 3 weeks. Can you believe it's been that long already?
Well, it's been so cold, and right now it's come up another degree. It was 50 when we came in here. It's 54 right now.
I was just in the mood to come out to the shop, start a little fire. If we get it warm overnight, then tomorrow it's supposed to be really nice.
It's supposed to be 70 degrees
tomorrow. It could be workable tomorrow.
And but we've got one day of that, which will warm things up a lot. And the ice and the snow is mostly gone. We still have patches of it in the driveway and between the cars. And on one side of the house that doesn't get much snow or much sun.
Anywhere it's not getting sun.
There's snow all over the place. But tomorrow with 70 degrees and rain, I expect that's going to be gone. I hope. George Daly, no, we are okay. Light. Oh, God. So,
well, that's the worst. When a pipe freezes, the water expands, and if it freezes too much, it'll split open, and then you make a big mess. Oh, and the last thing you need is water running everywhere when it's freezing cold, because then it just starts, makes a big mess. It's hard to dry up.
Let's see, Mark, the screen is 15 inches wide. The chat is 3 inches wide, so you're 6 inches wide. About 2 inches of black on either side. Oh, that's really good to know. Hell yeah, that's good to know. Oh, that's exactly what we want to know.
So
he'd be good at flight testing. He's good. Have you ever done any flight testing? That's the kind of stuff I like.
He's very technical. He's always telling us about stuff he's worked on.
Insulate the pipes and wrap them. Yeah, I like to tell stories. My father came back to Ohio when we lived there. And then from there, my brother lived in Kansas, so he's going to go to Kansas and see my brother. And he lived in California. He's going to go back home. So he flew out to see us. He's there. He's flying to Kansas. And while he's flying to Kansas, there's a big old earthquake in California. But he didn't know that because he's on an airplane. So he gets to my brother's house, and I call him. And I go, hey, there's a big old earthquake. Where you live? So he called the neighbor, and the neighbor went in his house to look around. And a bunch of bottles and stuff fell and broke. But the bad thing was the pipes are up in the attic, and one of the water pipes broke, so there's water shooting down into the house. So the neighbor turned the water off. So water can really mess shit up. Yep.
George Daly says it was -7 the last 2 nights. That will, the tiniest little draft on a pipe when it's that cold, it'll make stuff freeze that hasn't frozen a decade. If you have a little bit of, draft around a window or a concrete block that's got a little too much crack. If you wrap the pipes, or in a lot of places they'll use heat tape, it's called. It's like an electrical cord that the resistance makes.
That's what I finally did in Ohio. I put heat tape, insulated it, and wintertime had come along. I'd plug that thing in, and we never had frozen pipes.
Yeah.
And it was only one spot.
They make that stuff for your gutters, so your gutters don't freeze.
Yep.
And they make it for, because insulating pipes will do it, but the heat tape will keep them from freezing even like.
Steve says, number 5 injector or plug wire is shot on my holes. I already changed the plugs. Oh, okay. Well, that won't hurt anything. But yeah, the injector wire, plug wire.
Injector.
Well, you got to know which one
wire,
it is. Yeah. Can you run which one?
It's easy enough to switch plug wires. Just use a different plug wire.
Yeah, swap the plug wires around and see if it affects a different cylinder.
Use the number 4 plug wire. Take it completely off and put the number 5. Or are they?
Well, I don't know what year. I don't know what year olds. Yeah, I don't know what year olds it is. Yeah.
You got this, Steve. You got it.
All the pipes here are insulated way too cold to not. Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing here is insulated like that. The floor is actually the old house. There's vents all around the house. In the crawl space, there's, it's open. In the super cold, we go out and we put covers on the crawl space vents because it's too cold. But for years it didn't matter. For years it was fine. Like I got here and I was like, "What are you doing? This is how do you heat this?"
We're in Tennessee, not in
Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh.
Yeah, in Pittsburgh
it's too cold.
Oh man, I worked as a plumber, and there was a couple of weeks a year that I'd be out there, and people who had not had frozen pipes in years, something would change, and there'd be a crack in an awning or something like that. Oh man, the worst was new construction. People have a new house, and you're ripping out walls because water's pouring down through the ceiling, and they're like, "Where is it?" And they're like, "It's brand new." I'm like,
"They didn't do it.
I don't have to do it, but like I gotta do it. The only way to fix it is cut in there and find out what's bad."
Look at this. Steve Edwards said, "I bought a set of wires on eBay for $15." Okay. Hippie Long's here. Am I having a flashback?
Yes, Hippie Long.
Yeah. Hippie Long, do you watch on a phone or do you watch on your on a PC or something?
We're experimenting.
This is why the picture is square.
I changed the size, and so the way the YouTube setup works, YouTube says if you are square or taller, they'll put you on the live shorts feed or live, you go on the phone feed. And we wanted to see if we could make it work. And if we could, is it like a way to grow our audience? But what we didn't want to do is disrupt the people who we already have. I mean, we're a slow growing kind of niche. The automotive niche is like there's people who watch all the big people, but to grow as a smaller channel, it really takes time and energy, and you have to welcome people in and get to know people, or else they just...
Oh, he says TV to watch, phone to chat.
Okay.
TV.
How does it look on your phone? Is this workable on your phone?
You StreamYard, then you can have wide and vertical. Well, I didn't know that.
Well, we can have wide and vertical here. Oh, you mean both at the same time?
So, StreamYard.
We could do both at the same time.
We did the pay part for StreamYard so we could bring people in, and we did that a little bit, but we got a lot going on, and it was really hard to do.
I didn't enjoy it. That was the thing. It wasn't fun for me because there was too many moving pieces.
George Day says, "Pay your homeowner's insurance." You know what the insurance adjuster's job is? Figure out how not to pay. I've been through this. I've been through it a couple of times where I feel like the insurance company cheated me big time, and I couldn't do anything about it.
Yes, the phone is full picture, so no bars on the side, or I guess there's bars at the top, but I mean it's a nice picture.
Except where's the chat come in on the phone? What's it look like? Is it below the picture, or is it in the middle of the picture?
He uses it just for chat, so he can move the picture out of the way and use the chat.
George, this is true, yeah. This building right here, there was a grass fire and it caught a side of this building on fire, and the insurance paid on it to have it fixed, but they really were, it's a metal building, so they put the same metal up on the roof that was burned, and he says, "Well, we don't cover the paint." It's like, what? So metal
Rusty
roof up.
panels on the
There's
roof.
metal up there. It's all the paint's all burned on it, and that's what the construction company put back up. You know, it's by the time I got to it, it's like, why is that up there? Well, he wouldn't pay for the paint. You know, it went much more than that. I had power tools in here that got hurt, and the power tools were. I know you want me to stop.
No, I feel for you. It
The
sucks.
power tools.
They did a shitty job.
They said anything, the power tools, they pay for them if they were 3 years old or less, they prorate them, and anything over 3 years old was not going to be covered, and then they wanted receipts for the power tools to prove that they were less than 3 years old. Well, I knew they were older than 3 years old. You know, you got 4 or 5 year old power tools. They're still in the plastic cases. The cases are all melted around the power tool. You don't cover that? Nope. You know, it's just thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of stuff they just wouldn't do it. Yep. So anyway,
this works in a particular way. I don't know if it's what we want to do, but it does work.
Yeah.
I don't know that we're definitely not going to start doing all of our lives like this.
I usually watch YouTube vids on my phone in landscape mode. See, but then you don't see the chat. Okay. Oh, see, I watch the videos on a monitor, you know, a regular computer monitor, and it's in my bedroom, and I've got a desk in my bedroom. I'll sit there and watch it, or I'll be in bed. But if I walk away from it and I put it on the phone and I have it in the vertical mode, but it's usually across. But I don't care. I'm not looking at it. I just want to be able to hear what's going on. I'll take it out in the kitchen and make something to eat, or go in the laundry room, finish the laundry or something, and I'll carry it with me. And then I never chat on the phone. I just go back to my, you know, I've got a keyboard and a monitor, you know, so.
This is making heat now.
Okay, we got some. That's the, the power tools. Man, what did I circular saws, sawzalls, I don't know. Imagine all the tools that would come in a plastic case. Just gone. I've replaced some of them.
We have all.
And then the thing is, when Kim came here, she had a lot of that kind of stuff too. So
yeah, we have everything we need.
We have everything we need. It's just, you know, they cheated me. As far as I'm concerned, they cheated me. I had a shortwave set in here that was a shortwave receiver that was a nice thing, and so he said he wasn't going to pay for it. I said, wait a minute, you know, to replace it, I went to eBay and I looked at closed auctions, and a bunch of them had closed around $300 to $400. So I just took an average price of. I said, yeah, it's old, but this is what they're worth. Nope. Marks of 8. That said, I also believe the police work for the insurance companies. Try to get a cop to fill out a report if you're not insured. I'm not talking about insurance on cars. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see here. Steve Edwards. I got a 148 GTL in the Ford with a Wilson 5000 mag mount on the roof. How's a mag mount work? You got a mag mount. How is it grounded to the car? Because the car is your ground plane, isn't it? Kim's doing something over there.
I guess through the radio?
Yeah, does it go all the way down through the? Does it ground through the through the coax back to the radio? Let's see. D-Man, I have an old unit in Grant with channels. That's what I have. I got it from Steve Edwards. This guy right here. I bought it from Steve. But his name that he uses a lot of times is, he logs in 2 different ways. Steve Edwards, or he logs in as Boat Anchor. And Boat Anchor's his business, and that he puts all the videos out on while he's fixing CVs. And he takes older ones and puts new capacitors and fixes them all and everything. Yeah, Steve, what is the one I have? It's Unit and Grant something. I can't think of what it is. So how can it ground through the magnet? There's paint on the car and there's a magnet and there's...
Yeah, it can't ground through the magnet. You're wrong about that. Or is that boat anchor saying?
Oh yeah, Steve Edwards says it goes down through the coax, through the shielding on the coax to the radio, and then the radio's grounded like to the battery.
Yeah, that's it.
That sounds kind of... See, now when I put mine in, I used that... I don't know, you've seen mine. I didn't use the same antenna you have. I used a regular mount, spring mount, like the old police cars had. You know, like you normally use with a big steel 102-inch whip. But then I put a fire stick on it, a 3-foot fire stick. But then I grounded. It's grounded to it's on the trunk lid. So it's grounded to the trunk lid. The trunk lid has a separate ground wire to the body, and everything on the body is all grounded to each other. So any moving parts on the body are for sure grounded to each other. And I think that makes okay. XL, I see. Yeah, it's a Unit and Grant XL is what I have. And it's got some. Yeah, he upgraded it some. It's a pretty nice radio. It's really nice radio. You know, Steve, I remember the days when there was so many people on there. You couldn't. The only way you could talk any skip was with a lot of power. And I sit there with 12 watts on sideband out in the. I drive out into the area where we don't have any trees or any wires or anything. And it's pretty quiet. I shut the car off. It's pretty quiet out there. I mean, quiet on the radio. And man, I've talked all over the place just with 12 watts on sideband. I'm amazed. I'm amazed that works, you know. Let's see, D-Man. Magnet mount antenna establishes a ground connection through capacitive coupling with the vehicle's metal body rather than direct soldered electrical connection. The magnet sits on the roof. Yeah, that's what we have on Kim's car. We have a magnet antenna on her, or that's what if we're going somewhere, that's what we put on her car, like so we can talk to each other.
It ain't so hot.
While we're going down the road. It works. Pitt Snipes here. Hey, Pitt. Oh, God, Buff. Why didn't you just title this video, Anal Problems Are Fun? I don't remember what Kim put. She typed some big long thing in there. All we're doing is we're testing, instead of having the wide, you know, what I call the back and forthy, where there's the, you know, you have the back and forthy, or the up and downy. This is square, so it'll come out on the phone properly, and it'll come out on a screen, and maybe it'll work for both. I don't know. So we're kind of doing a test.
I couldn't use his regular thing because it's wide. So we were trying the different size, so I had to throw something together real quick.
Why did you just start saying
I should. That would get us.
What did you put?
We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Because we're just testing, so I don't know. I don't remember what she typed in. Let's see. Mark Sauvé, my favorite is still a K40. I had a K40. I had a K40 on my Mazda, and when it crashed, it went through cable barrier and everything. It just sheared it right off. So all that was left up there was just a piece of coax up on the roof and some piece of plastic or metal or something.
You're good, Pitt. Welcome in. Glad you stopped in.
I always had K40s.
It's really late.
Wilson's the best bang for the buck. The 30 smaller, decent power setup, cheap. I'm amazed at how well this 3-foot fire stick I got was what's his name? Kim.
Yeah.
Dr. Art. I couldn't think of his name. Dr. Art, we were down there at his house, and he had some old CB junk, and he gave it to me. And that fire stick was in there. So I wiped it all down and cleaned it up, and I put it on there, and it worked so well, I'm not sure I want to change it. You know, I used to always run the 102-inch whips. You can't run that around here. There's too many low trees, and in Tennessee, I don't know what the codes are for how high electrical wires have to be, but I know I'd be crashing into them all the time. I don't want to hit
Yeah.
I don't want to hit a 220 line with my antenna, so
No,
I keep something short. Pitt says it's a relative ground. Ball mounts are ground on the inside of the panel. Yeah, the ball mount is grounded on the inside of the panel. That's what I have. And then like it's on the trunk lid. It's on the deck lid. So I ran a separate ground from the deck lid to the body, and from the body to the hood, and from everything is grounded to everything, because I want to make sure there's no, I'm not counting on greasy hinges and this kind of shit, So I make sure everything's grounded well.
Yeah, it works really good.
Man, I can't believe how well that I didn't expect that short antenna to work that well. Of course, the windings on are kind of wide at the bottom, and they wound real tight at the top. So it's a top-loaded antenna, I guess. I don't know that much about it, but that's what it looks like to me. Pitt says, "Oh, just playing Miss Kim."
Yeah.
Pitt says, "Oh, I still throw Cobra Classics on the trucks." Yeah, and Cobras. I've got a new. What did I get? No, I don't have. I might have a Cobra around somewhere. Yeah, I have a Cobra 25 that's in a box, but I think something screwed up on it. I had to send that to Boat Anchor. See if you fix it.
You should, yeah.
But it's just an AM radio. I don't even know if that's 40 channels. It might be 23 channels. It's an old Cobra 25.
You ought to send it to him, since you really don't have nothing to do with it.
And then, Kevin Smith's here. Hey, now he's got a shield. See, I noticed some people have shields and some have wrenches, or some lives have shields and some have wrenches. So, and they don't seem to be real consistent. Dougster tonight had shields on everything, and this is the first time I've seen a shield on our live. See, Mark Survey. So I bought the HP Omen laptop in October 24, and now the cooling fans are crapping out. The HP warranty expired, but I called the place I bought it from. It looks like I have extended warranty. Well, that's good. Yeah, my fan makes really bad noise on my computer. Drives her nuts. She can't even stay in the room. I don't even hear it anymore because it's noisy. I suppose one day it'll just stop and then it'll overheat.
That might be why your computer sometimes needs rebooted. It probably might overheat or something.
I leave it on too long. You should reboot a computer once, so I shouldn't leave it on a week or two, Pitt says, come to think of it, I think they're Cobra 29s. Yeah, 29s, those are nicer radios. There's a 23 or 21, Cobra 21, I think, and a 25 and then a 29. And of course, they've made them for years and years, so they've upgraded over time. Kevin says we're on his shift. Steve Edwards, yeah, send it. Okay, I think I'm sure I have emails with your address and everything.
Yeah.
And it's still, you know what? It's still in the factory box.
I'll give you money. What does he think is good for shipping? What's the best service to ship to him?
I'll probably I'll probably send it in the mail.
Is the mail okay, or should we send it UPS?
Do you have any problems with U.S. Postal Service out there? Because we had tremendous problems with the Postal Service, after the pandemic, and for the next year or two. Somebody sent me a check. The check expired in 90 days. I didn't get the check for like the 120 days. It's just like stupid, and stuff that didn't show up and things. But now things seem to be working fairly well. Mark Survey, about $50 Canadian, but yeah, as long as I don't have to mail my laptop away, I'm all for letting them fix it. Kevin Smith says YouTube changing all kinds of crap. Yeah, and I don't like a lot of it. I don't like.
We're trying to keep up with it.
We're trying to keep up with it.
That's all you can do. You can't stop the.
No more skip button. What's a skip button? No more skip button. Oh, for the ads. Really? Mark Survey, sometimes watching YouTube, the temp starts climbing, and once it hit over 70C, the video crashes. Oh, that's not good. 70C is pretty hot for a computer. D-Man says, use a Brave browser, no more ads. Well, then that cheats us out of our money.
Well, I don't mind that. I just...
See, the better way to do it is to pay the YouTube Premium, and then they at least spread the money around a little bit.
Do what you got to do.
Let's see. I just don't even want to bother thinking about CBs, but my guy needs them at the quarry. Oh yeah, well I mean it's probably good. Kevin Smith, USPS sucks here bigly. You know what's good here? It is out here in the country. We have a little post office with one person in there and some PO boxes, and it's not too far from here. And everything there works so smoothly. I really like it. Now, if I go downtown Clarksville, you can wait online for an hour and a half, and it's really aggravating. I don't go there for anything. Send it USPS. It will come. That's what I use. Okay, that's what I thought you sent me my radio with. Local DX button. Local DX button. Oh. George says, I've got some handheld radios that pick up everywhere. USPS is still hot garbage here. My packages take vacations between Kansas City, Omaha, and Lincoln. Times are more back and forth than maybe I get them. Yeah. Yeah, we had tremendous problems. Hey, Ravi's here. Good evening. Ravi. Brittany gives this big long name from India. Ravi. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't pronounce Indian names real well. George Daly, 22 channels. Ravi says, oh, our workshop looks awesome. Oh, this is the first time you've seen our workshop. It's also the first time we've had a square picture like this, because usually we go with a real wide picture, but that doesn't work well for people on phones. This is like the square is kind of a between, works well for the phones, works well for the screens, but you can't see as much. You can see the back of the car we're working on. I'm going to point the camera a little bit toward the car. That's the back of the car. We're making a pickup truck out of that car. Let's see if you can see all of it. See, there it is. That was a four-door car that we're making into a little truck, kind of like what they have in Australia. And they call it a ute in Australia. And that is, let's see, that is what that is. Okay, so Mark Sauve's taken off. Okay, good night. Take care. Yeah, and thanks for being here. Pitt says, USPS was my preferred shipper. Was. This latest admin sucked. Okay. I'll tell you what's really happened here is it's the USPS has
you'll still be able to hear, but I'm going to change this.
Gotten better over the last year. George Daly just looks. Oh, there you. Oh, that's an up and downy for sure. How'd that happen? Oh, there. Okay, so Steve's taking off. He's going to bed, which is what he was doing when he found us. Okay, good night, man. Take care. Robbie says, good work. Oh, you're trying to get two of them in there, and you can't. It's really hard to do that. This whole live we're doing is it's an experiment, trying to get our video so we can get it onto better for phones and for like a laptop or a regular screen. I guess.
I mean, I don't know. It's an experiment.
Oh, I'm freezing cold. Man. Kevin says, looks small on my TV, but normal on my phone. Man.
You know what? Need a ground.
Forgot to ground the
knocked it right off.
Yeah, I see what happened. The wire just pushed it off because it didn't weld.
Oops.
You know what else I see?
What's that?
Oh no, yeah, I couldn't see it because it's off the picture. It looked like you didn't have a hood on, but you do have a hood on. That's a new truck butt. Truck butt. So I don't know. We didn't plan on working much, but we planned on. It was more like a get a fire going and try to warm it up in here a little bit. Tomorrow's supposed to be 70 degrees, which is 70 degrees Fahrenheit's a nice day. You know, that's like,
Yeah, you don't want to miss
I don't know what that's like. It's like what, like 20 or 23 C, something like 23 C, something like that. It'd be a nice day compared to all this freezing cold weather we've had. What are you going to do? Try to pull that out?
Yeah.
You can't push it out from the other side?
I can't get behind it.
You can't. There's too much crap in the way.
Yeah, there's the tail light
Yeah.
structure for the tail light.
So what are you tacking on there? Like just some piece of strap? Then you'll pull on that somehow?
Plan at least.
And then grind it back off again.
Oh, magnet.
Magnet?
Is it not metal enough for you?
Well, it's stuck earlier. I saw it stuck on there earlier. See, that red thing's a magnet, and the other thing is just a piece of steel. Do you have any gas on?
Yes.
Well, maybe you needed to. It hadn't been used in a while. Maybe it needed to be purged.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to change cameras here. See if I can make this. Nope, that doesn't work well. That okay. I was going to walk over to the fire and see how that's going because I'm freezing.
I can point at the fire.
Well, I want to walk over there and see. Oh, we got the stupid gas can here. Right.
Yeah, it could be.
Gas can right where you
Well, it's plugged up.
Safety.
Safety. That's think safety. I didn't say it was safe. I just said think safe. Here, I'll aim you over here so you could see him going over to the fireplace.
Oh, you got a log up here drying.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's not real warm. I'm about to stick that in there.
Steve Edwards, you should go to bed. Go the hell to bed.
Putting out water.
It isn't? It was.
Right at the top of the yellow.
It's probably running low on fuel.
Where was it up in the above the yellow?
It was for a little bit, yeah.
No, it's still in there above the yellow, but not much. I'm going to open it, see what we got going here. Just. Oh yeah, it's way down. Lots of coals.
I wanted to get the longer cable so I can aim the thing over at the fire. But if I do that, then he can't see chat. And I don't have another plug for another HDMI. Some things that need done around here. It was just too cold. Just too cold to do anything. I needed some downtime. I took some downtime. I don't know if I needed some. I didn't want downtime. Had no choice but to take some downtime. So now that it was down, I oh, I dropped my phone on the floor. Ah! Now that we had our downtime, you can see some of the firewood right. Nope. Right. Wrong finger. Right there is firewood that is sitting on the sawhorses. So it's up off the ground, so it gets some air under it. Because we ran out.
You can see me over
Yeah, you could say hello. We ran out of the best firewood.
here. This is warm.
I hope so. Boy, that chimney looks crooked.
It's not.
No, that camera's just twisted. Oh, well, I mean, we wanted to see if we'd get any different people in. So far it works, but it doesn't seem to get any different people in.
Look at what time it is, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, in the U.S., it's middle of the night.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know if we're necessarily the kind of channel that get pushed towards the late nighters.
What time is it in India?
Oh, India would be about opposite of us, wouldn't it?
Not quite yet. Thailand is about. Thailand is 12 hours. And they're somewhat west of Thailand.
Okay. West of Thailand.
Right. Quite a bit, probably several times. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm sure it's daytime.
Daytime. That's
Middle of the afternoon or something. I don't know, like
for real.
noon or something maybe. I don't know.
What time is it? Daytime.
Does Robbie tell us what time it is?
No, nobody's saying anything.
We all quit.
I don't know. I'm not sure if anybody is in a chatty mood at this time of night. But here we are. And they can't really see the car. But I welded a piece of stock to the quarter, and I'm going to try and pull on it and tap to get that sucker to go back to the way I want it to be. Because I can't get it from the back. And I could just like cave and pave, but I don't really want to do that.
Cave and pave.
Yeah, that's when you just smash all the high spots in
And put Bondo in it.
and Bondo over
it. If you try to get it straight as you can, then use very little.
That's what I'm going to try and do. Well, because we don't have any of those little studs. We don't have a stud welder. If you use those little studs and then you can pull on them, or you can, I've seen people use a dent puller with a slide hammer, but you have to drill holes. I could drill holes, but I just wanted to see if this would work. I don't know. Just something different. But I'm letting him get warm and set up the stove
warm over here.
Yeah, it helps a lot to get in front of the heat.
But it's like I threw ice cubes in here. It cooled it off.
Would you threw in some more wood? It cools it down for a minute. You could put a couple of them. Oh, it'll
once you had up on top, I put it in.
Oh, without cutting it.
Yeah, it fit.
Okay. That's a big one.
Yeah, it lit off right away and then it went out. So I don't know. It's maybe one end of it's burned, and the other end is maybe started.
That's a slow burner. That's why I had it on top, was to get it. Yeah,
it's dry out now.
Yeah, but it'll be cool. A cool dryer outer. Yeah, nobody has anything to say. It says we had 173 views already. People just scrolling by.
Those are the people that pop in and out on the phone.
Yeah, so this might be something that could really be productive for us to try. Maybe if I looked a little prettier. Maybe I got to get this super pretty. We got to get it in here warm so I can wear less clothes.
Less clothing?
Warm in here and I'll get naked and weld. Get near naked and weld.
Yeah, you put that on the nude weld.
Naked, welding naked. I don't think that will work. I think I actually will have to weld naked. I don't think I want to do that. I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. Oh, no, no, I won't do that. I found another USB extension in the studio tonight. I think I could extend the camera all the way around to where you are. But you would have to look at the chat like on your phone or something.
Yeah. I'm doing two things. I'm getting the fire going again, which just seems to be not happening quickly. And I'm getting more.
Yeah, it's definitely still pretty chill. Although it's getting up closer to 60, it helps when it's not so friggin' cold outside. The other night I had this car running too. Had the car running so that
Well, you heat up the inside of the shop. But what you're really doing, because we have the exhaust on the car, we have an exhaust pipe that goes outside. So we're getting heat off the radiator, not off, exhaust coming out of the back of the car. Oh, it leaks a little, so you get the exhaust inside. So we got the exhaust. But most exhaust is outside.
chat over here. There we go. Over here. I'm so looking forward to the nice weather. The next couple of days, shop will warm up. Do stuff again. I was getting depressed. I like my little projects. It's arts and crafts, people. You know what we need to do? We need to do like these other channels are doing now. Like Pole Barn Garage has their Pole Barn Garage West. Got their little trailer house out in Arizona. And they go out there and find those Southwestern cars. And they're fixing them up.
Still a whole lot better cars.
I mean,
how come you get to do all this stuff?
Because he's making money. I don't know. We can't work as fast as that guy. He's young and strong, and successful. Happy for him.
If I go up there, I'll be going to work.
I know.
Stuff I can't.
Yeah, secret airplanes, alien spacecraft, spy stuff. No chats at all.
Is it still sitting there with no chats?
Yeah, nobody's chatted in a couple minutes. I don't know what's wrong. Oh, I got a little heart. I think people are just watching. They want to see what we're going to do. We are in the shop, and I'm going to do a little bit of welding and dent repair.
I don't know. You're sitting over there while I'm sitting over here.
No, I'll put it on the dent.
You're trying to see what the chats do.
Yeah, but you know what? George says I was successful one time. Oh, wow. All of a sudden, now it's chatting. They say we're here. Yeah, okay. Something was wrong with my chat. I'm sorry, guys.
What was it? Where's the chat?
Greasebelly's going back to sleep. Thanks for stopping in, Greasebelly. I'm sorry I didn't say anything to you. I'm really sorry. I broke it somehow.
Oh, you stopped it somehow?
I did.
Oh, there was a whole bunch of chat we didn't see?
Yeah, it wasn't giving me the chat. Yeah, Kevin, it's 2:51 a.m.
So did Robbie answer?
Robbie?
He answers about the time?
See, they liked my idea of doing a naked welding.
Yeah, put that in the that's a clickbait.
Pitt says he needs plating shops. Yeah, they ran them out of the U.S.
Yeah, there's one in Nashville. But I haven't been there in a couple of years, but the last time I was there, they were really expensive. I mean, crazy expensive.
Who does? George says I usually do my laundry naked.
Wash and wear.
The car and the no-name sign looks way bigger. Well, yeah, because we're squarer. Chrome naked talk chat. Call that arbitrage. Okay. Yeah, Buck Del Campo's over there. He's warmed up now. Is it getting any heat?
Worse.
Well,
it looks like there's a big fire going, but
we'll leave the flue open a little bit.
I left it open.
No, not the one up. I'm sorry, not the flue. The air controls. Leave a little bit of air.
Okay.
Kim's chat is way behind. I think I'm not now. It was though. Sorry. Dean says arbitrage is the simultaneous buying and selling of securities, currencies, or commodities in different markets or in derivative forms in order to take advantage of differing prices for the same asset. This was not arbitrary advice. I think we shouldn't give any arbitrary advice. Man. Did we need a Merriam-Webster definition? Maybe. Maybe it would help us understand.
Kim, what are these things?
What things?
Like,
some kind of wooden nest. Bring them over here and show them.
I don't know what this thing is. It's a twig, but this twig has these things on it. I've just never seen this before. Because I don't know anything about horticulture. There's a lot of crap here.
I know. You got to sit over here. Over here.
Want me over there?
Yeah, you got to sit over there. I'll move some stuff out of the way so it doesn't feel so hard.
What do you something over there you got. That looks like something to heat the shop with.
Yeah.
A bunch of old papers. Yeah, what are these things growing on this branch? They're like some kind of... What the hell is that, Kim?
I've been told that that's the kind of nest that ticks make.
Oh, those are nests? Okay, it didn't grow on here. Oh, so we want this in the fire.
I mean, it's dead now.
We definitely want to burn this.
Yeah, but I mean, it's definitely dead now. I'm not worried.
Okay.
Come to life, be a problem.
So Hippie Long says, "Oh shit, Tennessee tree bombs."
What?
Tennessee tree bombs. I don't know what he's saying. Oh, it is cold over here.
Yeah.
It is just not warming up, Kim.
It's pretty cold. It's pretty cold.
Oh, you're bringing over tool. Why'd you bring this over in front of me?
It's more interesting over here.
I gotta look over it. These nice hammers. A box full of hammers and dollies. You're gonna. Yeah, Buff, you're flushed red. Yeah, it looks like I'm red, doesn't it?
You do look very red tonight.
Oh, you know what? I just had my face up near that fire, and I got really warm. I had the firebox open. It probably heated my skin up. Yeah, my face feels warm.
He is all red.
Because I was right down by the fire trying to get good and warm. Because I'm freezing. So, how will you find water? Says Dean. George says, I hope the woman is okay. Is that Kim? Buff's redder than that hammer. No, I know better. It wasn't that red. Oh, Hiram says hi. Hello. How you doing? Welcome. We're, oh, there's Robbie. Why are houses made of wooden frames there in the U.S. instead of brick and concrete? You know, I don't know. It's just what they do here. I grew up with stick houses, and
wood is cheap and plentiful here.
And when I went to Europe, it's like, why are they making them out of this? And then I had a friend from Switzerland. He says the houses there, he goes, they use wood. They use 10 by 10s, which is 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters on the corners, and then they use concrete in the middle. I said, what do they do that for when they could just use the wood? You know? So I don't know. It's just the way they do it here. There's no, I don't know. It's been done this way for so long. It's just, that's how they do it. And it's not a bad way. I mean, you know, they last for 100 years more.
Guthrie woman? Who's the Guthrie woman?
The Guthrie woman. Where's this? Guthrie woman. I don't know what you saw.
That's what I'm gonna do over there.
Oh yeah, she welded that. Yeah. She welded that piece on there because that's got a little bit of a dent. She wants to pull it out, so she's gonna pull it off, then pull it out, and then grind that weld off.
That's the plan. I don't know.
Well, that's what she's gonna try to do because we don't have a little stud welder. You just use what we have. Oh, we were talking about the Guthrie lady. Oh.
See, I don't know who the Guthrie lady is.
And Pitt says we got more wood than masonry. Yeah. You know, and wood is a crop. Wood is a crop. You know, you go to a place like Oregon and Washington, and they like clear cut an area, and then they reseed it, and then they clear cut another little area, and they reseed it. When I fly over those, when I used to be flying over them, I'd see these like square areas that they were. Some had trees that were halfway grown, some were little, some were big, and I listened to a guy talk about it, and he said that it was. Can't talk over that. Yeah. Just a second. Let me finish the thought. So, the guy I talked to, he says that those trees are a crop. He says it takes 13 years for them to grow to the point where we can cut them. So it's not like they're cutting down trees that are never going to be there again. They replant, and it's a crop that they count on being there every 13 years. So they control it quite well. Oh, Hippie Long says, "Here's me fine even with the hammer." Okay.
Yeah, it's disruptive when you're trying to talk with somebody. I get it. They can't hear, but.
So explain what you're doing. Looks like you're making a bigger dent, but I know what you're doing. Explain what you're doing.
Here without pulling,
it'll
just crush the whole thing. So I'm trying to pull while I hammer, so it'll.
And Kim's pretty good with metal work. He watched her do the roll the sides on the top. When she rolled those sides, it came out really, really well. Well done on it. Well done on it. Hey, how you doing? Good evening. Or good night, I guess. In the middle of the night now. We're in here kind of late. But, what the heck?
This isn't a regular night.
This isn't our... is that the only patch that needs to be done? Oh, on this car? No. This car... This was a four-door car. Just a regular four-door car. And in Australia, they make a thing called a ute, which is it's the same body, but it's a little pickup truck. So we're just making this into a little pickup truck, like they do it, like the Australian ones are. George Daly says, "I'm a fabricator." Man, I did a lot of that. My fabrication stuff, my skills are mostly with aircraft. Aluminum. And it is really disruptive to talk over. But my most it says I'm a flatulator. Good. Let's see. Oh, so Robbie understands because Mahindra sells its ute in Australia. Okay. Well, so they didn't have those here, so we're just gonna do that.
And a four-door here is
four doors with nothing. Nobody wants them, and the two-door ute would probably be kind of cool, you know. Blake Gaddis is here. Says, "Dang, Buff, you're all in late." Yeah, you know what? We came up here just to get the fire going, so it stayed warm during the night in the shop, and it was warm enough. And it was warm enough. We thought we could do something, and we were trying something with the video. Instead of making it wide and short, like for a computer monitor, we're trying to pick up make it easier for people with phones. And I don't want to make it what I call an up and downy, long and tall, like the shape of a phone. But YouTube said that if you do it square, it'll work well for both, maybe. But they'll feed it out like what do they call it? Short video. So it's set up for so people can see it on the phone, and they'll go out to.
Well, we've already had 214 views in about an hour.
So that's huge. What are you taking?
This is
oh, that's a wheel.
Cut off. Wait a
bunch of cutoff wheels.
Yeah, I used all the good ones up before.
Is Chevy El Camino also example for you? Yes, exactly. See, they made El Caminos from 1959 until they skipped a couple of years. In '64 again, they made them up into the 80s. And then there was a thing called a Ford Ranchero that was made from 1957 up to maybe 1977, something like that. But Chrysler, they had a little tiny thing later, but really didn't do much. And but they had them in Australia. So that's what we're doing with this. Now that back window and that bulkhead there, we got that from we have a Ford Ranger out there. Ranger? Is that what it is? It's a Ford Ranger, kind of a mid-sized truck. And Kim used the engine out of it. We've used other stuff out of it. We pulled the back of the cab apart, and we used that bulkhead and that window. Well, we've got the window out of it right now, but it's a good window. So we used that in this to make the back of this cab. And we took dimensions. Tavo, who comes in here a lot, Tavo's from Australia, and he has one of those. And he sent me a lot of dimensions off his. And then he also sent me some original drawings from Chrysler Corporation in Australia. So I have a lot of dimensions. So we're using the dimensions from Australia the most we can. Now Australia didn't use these taillights, and that's what we got. So and we used the back of the trunk lid. It's not there right now. The back of the trunk lid, we cut it apart to make the tailgate, but that'll be there. Yeah, roared Ranchero. Hey, Dean, did you guys have Rancheros? Did Ford have a Ranchero in New Zealand?
The El Camino used the two-door doors.
El Caminos used the big, long two-door doors, but and so did the Ranchero. But the Australian Utes use the short doors like the four doors. So this is perfect. They're the correct dimension for this body. So when I saw that, when I figured that out, I was like, oh yeah, that's what I want to do. Okay, you're using a cutting wheel? Now I see what you're doing. You're just getting a weld off there. I get it. Man.
This spot is
definitely colder over here. El Caminos were station wagon bodies. Well, sorta. They were, but they had the long doors like a two-door. See, the station wagons were four doors, and they had short doors up front. The El Caminos had the long doors like the two doors. Maybe the floor pan was like a station wagon. It was really a strange thing. Well,
I got this little.
Oh yeah, Dolly. Nose itches. You know, Kevin. Take a minute. Some of it. Okay, I want to. Jim's done hammering.
Go ahead.
You know, you're right about some of these being wagons. Some of the El Caminos were wagons because, like the 64 Chevelle and 65 Chevelle wagons, they were two-door wagons. And those two-door wagons were basically the same as the El Camino. But after that, like in 66 and later, I think all the Chevelles were four-door wagons. And so they were a little different. It's still, I think the floor pan was probably station wagon. Let's see. Somebody asked something here. Oh, Robbie asked, is using fiberglass as a car body safe for cars or sturdy? Well, it depends on what's behind it. I mean,
Yeah,
Corvettes have been fiberglass for ages.
Yeah.
The early Corvettes were thick fiberglass. And like the fiberglass I use on aircraft was really thin and light. And if you use that on a car and hit anything, it'd just break apart. So George Daly says, I had a 68 Valiant that was great. This is a very similar, well, it's the same body. It's a 72. This is just a 72 four-door Valiant, slant six automatic.
We made videos. We spent a bunch of time.
We've done a lot of videos on this, so you can see
We
a
spent
lot.
a bunch of time making the motor real nice.
Oh yeah, we did the engine on this like 12 years ago.
Put a cam in it, and it's all redone. We've touched every nut and bolt on that motor. It's all nice and fresh. I've got this right here, turbo exhaust manifold I've been working on. It's a split and braid. So we've got a turbo set up, put together here before.
Yeah, we had a turbocharger. It'll either go on this or on Kim's Dart. Kim's got a 66 Dart if you're new in here. If you're not, you'd already know about it. So both those cars have slant sixes in them. What happened in New Zealand and Australia was they had that Hemi 6-cylinder. I think they had it in New Zealand too. I know they had it in Australia. There's a bigger 6-cylinder that's a Hemi, sort of a Hemi head, but that's quite an engine compared to this. The 225 slant six is okay, and this one's got a different cam in it, and it's Kim ported the head on it. It's got a 2-barrel intake.
It's barely broken in.
Yeah, this thing has what maybe 500 miles. It doesn't even have that.
No. Yeah.
Probably has 100 miles on it on the engine.
Very, very low miles. It needs drip.
So George, you said you're a fabricator. What kind of work did you do? Like a welding machine shop kind of thing, or did you build cars, or just curious? Fabrication I did was mostly with, man, I can't talk over the hammering. The chromoly tubing, like for aircraft, and aluminum sheet metal, 2024 T3, mostly sheet metal, and there's some structural angles and things like that. But that's what I worked with a lot. And the next project after this one, what we want to do is an little aluminum sports car. So, it'll be a aluminum car riveted together like an airplane. Oh, George Daly in a body shop. Oh, okay.
I'm not a body professional.
Kim is not an auto body professional, but I'm surprised she can make sheet metal do what she wants it to. What's this George Day? This is 1K car in I 87 and a. I'm not sure what that says. 1K car and a 87 Firebird. 1K car. I'm not sure what that means. Bobby, do you prefer fuel efficiency over power or vice versa? Oh, it depends. Man, the last car I had, the one that got wrecked, my Mazda 6, it was great. It'd go forever on a gallon. Of course, we use goes by miles per gallon here. So I'm not sure which if you'll be able to figure out even what that means. We go, it's like 38 miles a gallon, that car always. Or if I took an easy 40 miles a gallon, which is tremendous for a mid-sized four-door car. And I liked that, but it wasn't real fast. This car will probably get half that fuel economy, but it won't really be any faster. It's just old technology. We don't drive a lot. This thing we used to go to the store and buy something once in a while. The cars that we take long distance, yeah, of course, fuel economy. But if we're going to race something, no, we don't care about that.
But see, this is a classic. This is about the character.
This is just about character. We'll take this to car shows and stuff, and
it's just for fun.
It's a fun car. It's a fun car.
I say with my '66 start, I say it's a time machine. It takes people to a different time and place in their mind.
Oh.
They look at it and they think, "Wow, I remember my aunt had a car like this. My uncle had a car like this. There was a car like this in the shop where I used to work." There's just people start talking about.
George Day says, I took 2 smashed cars and made 1 good car. There was a guy I knew. I knew him and he knew me, but he was a Mexican guy working in California, but he spoke very little English and I didn't speak a lot of Spanish. But I'd go over there and to his body shop. I did some radiator work for him because I had a radiator shop. But I'd go over there and he had I think it was a fairly new car at the time. It was probably a 72 or 73 Firebird, and it was smashed in the back end really hard. And he cut the A-pillars halfway up, and he took the front seats out and he cut across the floor. And then he got a back half of a Firebird from a junkyard or something, cut it in the same places and welded it all back together. He overlapped the floor by about 6 or 8 inches. He overlapped the floor by about 6 or 8 inches, and then the A-pillars, he welded that back together, and he did all his welding with a torch. He was all oxyacetylene welding, and he was really good at it. He didn't warp any sheet metal. I tried oxyacetylene gas weld sheet metal. I'd have real trouble with that. So anyway, that car turned out really good. Man, let's see. Dean, as long as you put the right VIN numbers together to avoid felony crime. Well, car. The car he fixed had been hit in the back end, and this is in the 70s. So all the VIN tags were on up in the windshield and the frame up front. I don't know if they even had any VIN on the back, so there's no problem there. Scott Cold War Motors is my favorite channel. I'll post a link for you.
Cold War Motors kicks butt.
It's a salvage car anyway. Oh yeah, okay.
This is a salvage operation. This car.
Well, this car had some dents and dings on it, and it had been wrecked probably a couple of times back, probably when it was almost new.
This car was not going to survive. Tony gave it to us. If we didn't take it, it was going in this crusher. It didn't have a motor. It was dropped. It was like on the ground.
Oh, somebody put 2 sets of lowering blocks
tires
on
were
it.
going flat. Tony was moving. He went out of there. It didn't have a title. We had to get the title result. We did go back and get the title, but he didn't have a title to give it to us at the time.
I was able to get the title.
It was lost, but it got found. You had this he started waving dollar bills, and the guy was like, "I'll find it."
The guy that Tony owned it with, they both owned part of it. I went and found the guy, and I bought the title from him. You know, he was happy to get some money out of the car.
Yeah.
And
he wasn't going to work.
Everybody was happy in that thing. So
both were totaled. The problem with both cars being totaled is sometimes it's really difficult to get it retitled.
Well, except George said he got a salvage title.
Oh, well, nice.
He built 2 cars. He built 2 cars out of 1. No, he built 1 car out of 2. Yeah, let's do that. Let's build 2 cars out of 1. How do you do that?
That's pretty neat.
Cut them in half, and maybe they'll grow another half. Elon says we can hear you. Yeah, it's just when somebody's hammering right next to you, it's really hard to talk. It's really hard to talk. Is it going good, Kim?
It is, but there's not as much material in here as I thought there would be.
Well, I kind of ran out of big stuff. I put a couple of logs in there, like about as big around as like 3 inches maybe.
You didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't realize it was.
Oh, Dean Stevenson says it was tastefully lowered. Stubby love. You remember Stubby, huh? Yeah. It was lowered. 2 sets of lowering blocks, and the bumper was almost on the ground.
Hey, he just had a different vision for the.
He had a different vision for the car. So the first thing I did was took the lowering blocks out so we could tow it without dragging the bumper on the ground. And then, I don't know what else we did. We cleaned it all up down there at Tony's with a pressure washer and some cleaner and stuff. And I don't know. We had to tie the transmission up so it wouldn't fall out.
Yeah, that's right. We did.
Put it on a trailer. Did we put it on your trailer? Or we tow it with a tow dolly? I think we put it on your trailer and brought it up here.
How will we get it up on the trailer? I'm thinking. I can't really remember.
I don't remember either. It's been like 2.5 years.
Jeez.
That's when, it's when Tony still had his second shop. Now he's got his third shop.
The World Headquarters.
The World Headquarters. Yeah, what do you call that? The UTG World Headquarters or something. $184 K car, 187 Firebird. Wait a minute, a K car. Oh, you took wait a minute, a K car and a Firebird?
What?
Now I'm starting to make some sense, but it doesn't make any sense. So, George, you got to send me pictures of this thing. You got my email?
K-car and Firebird. That's a strange combination. That's unfortunately going to get people in there. That's just truck driving.
World of Wood Chips here. Yeah, we're live. We were just doing some experimenting with different aspect ratios on or different ways of doing our videos so that work well on a phone. More hammering. Man.
That's how the shop is. There's
a lot of noise in the shop. That's just the way it is. Yeah, Cold War is known for Frankenstein cars doing 260 Chevys to make one good car. Yeah, Blake Gaddis. Tony's channel was better in the second shot before he ran off everyone. Yeah, I don't know.
Tony would like to forget that episode.
So that whole episode, he'd probably like to forget it. Yeah, I don't know. Something went wrong. Dean Stevenson, like Richard Holdner says, you never know until you test it. That's right. You know what I like about Richard Holdner is he knows how to do testing. But sometimes he changes two things at once, and then you don't know what you've done. See, that's what I learned about flight testing. We had an engineer who worked out there with us, and one of his jobs was to figure out if we changed more than one thing. And then that just ruins all the results. Your results are worthless. So, yeah.
Not worthless, but...
So we had 2 smashed K cars and 2 smashed Firebird. Oh, I see. You didn't weld a Firebird K car together. I was going to say. I said, is that the one with the rear drive and the front drive, or is that the one with no drive? I've always, yeah, start getting me talking about front drive cars that you can cut up, man. You could have some real fun. I've told Kim about some of my ideas with front drive cars, and we'll get one here someday, and we'll do at least one of them. It's more stupidity than you can imagine. Let's see here. Dean Stevenson, LOL. They left because, except for Al, they did nothing without UTG corporate assistance. Well, I don't know. You know, like, yeah, I don't know. There was also some interference from somebody that had nothing to do with UTG or any of those guys. A troll that stirred the pot, and it stirred it.
Yeah, we should probably not go with...
And I don't really want to go into the whole thing, but a lot of that was caused by a troll. Sadly. A troll that tells one side one thing and another side the other thing and keeps that going and then stirs it and watch the fight afterwards. It was one of those guys. That didn't help anybody. And I'm sure he sat back and enjoyed every minute of it. Let's see. Barry Cuda, do you know why it's called ballast when it doesn't provide ballast for anything? Ballast. But Del Campo and have done more with this than anyone. Yeah, we do a lot with a little. We don't have a lot. We have a bunch of old junk cars, and we try to make them into good stuff. Barry Cuda says, Richard Valiant, George City K-Bird. Yeah, a K-Bird. Is that the one with the back of the K car and the front of the Firebird? Neither of them go? It's a pushmobile? Of course, if you have the rear drive and the front drive together, the back still isn't going to go because there's no engine running it. Oh, man. With the wood chip at the end of Richard Holdner video, I'm more confused than when I clicked on it. I like when Richard Holdner is running a dyno. But I haven't watched him lately, and I don't know what happened to that dyno in Southern California. He lived up Northern California in Vacaville, and he'd drive down to wherever it was in Southern California and run that dyno down there. But that's the one that they used for Engine Master. So I don't know what's going on with that dyno, if it's still there or not. I really don't know. Dean Stevenson, RH. Richard Olin, he's so much fun to follow over a 5-year period. His results speak for themselves. Richard Holdner did some really cool stuff in the past, like running some, all-out crazy races and stuff. Where they used to race in Nevada, they still may do it once a year. It's a race that's on public roads. They block the public roads, and they run the race, and they go over 200 miles an hour down public roads in Corvettes and stuff. And he did that in, trying to think of what he was running. I don't remember what car he was running. Yeah, Kevin Smith says trolls live for that crap. Well, this guy really created a problem, and like I say, sadly, that was the result. Was that mess at Tony's show. What saved me from being in that was I went back to work up in Maryland because they called me in for a month, which ended up being 2 years, and that's when all that happened. So I just sort of missed it. Let's see here. Dean Stevens is spending $27 on a car with a disc and suspension upgrades. That's how it goes with modern. Let's add extras. UTG was right on with reduction of scope. Yeah, Blake, yes, it's a shame that troll screwed things up. Yeah. Build a few push me, pull me cars. Yeah, I got some ideas with some of that stuff. But at least Whistling Diesel has great paralegal advice.
That's right.
Yeah. Very cool. Who's Richard Holdner? Richard Holdner is a guy that is he's an engineer that likes doing testing, and he has run. Dean Stevenson says Westech is still operating. Okay, so Westech is down in Southern California. Richard Holdner lives up in Vacaville, which is in Northern California, and he does videos from his home. He's got like a little studio, and he does videos there, and they're pretty interesting. But what's really interesting is when he goes down to Southern California and runs engines on the Westech dyno, but of course a lot of what he talks about are those tests that he does. So he's just an interesting guy, and he knows how to do testing. Who's Whistling who? If you don't know, go find Whistling Diesel. Cody, what's his name?
Cody for president.
He's I don't know. He's a guy that wrecks a lot of new stuff. He's got money, I guess, and he crashes brand new cars.
People like to see stuff.
People like to see that, and I pretty much don't watch stuff like that. So I may have seen him once.
I watch him all the time.
Let's see here. Robbie says, what are sleeper cars? A sleeper is a car that looks like just a car, but somebody put a big engine or turbocharged it or something, made it really fast, when it doesn't look real fast.
Yeah, no chrome, and you don't know it's going to be quick.
It just looks like some old lady's four-door car, and then you go to race it, and the old lady's four-door car goes, whoa, and beats you. You go, what happened there? Some kind of a sleeper, Yep. That's it. Westech, Westech, Westech is the name of a company in Southern California that runs they have a dyno, and it's an engine dyno, not a chassis dyno, and they do a lot of testing there. And they for years had Motor Trend had a show called Engine Masters. And Engine Masters, some of them are on YouTube. Some of the old Engine Masters are on YouTube, and you can watch them. And that was the Westech dyno that they used. But then Richard Holdner also uses it. George says that, dude, there's an opening at the airport near me for a material handler warehouse. I'm tempted to take it. Oh, okay.
He says he emailed me and they want to pay him $30 an hour, and he thinks that's shit money. In some places it's shit money.
It depends on where you are. If you're in here in Tennessee, that's pretty good for working in a warehouse. Now, like in Washington, D.C. or Maryland or Northern Virginia, nope, that's terrible. Same thing in California. You're not going to live on that very well in California. So I don't know where you are. I forget where you are. Right now, $30 an hour. I don't know. I don't want to work full time. I don't want to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning anymore. I'm so tired of that. But I'd work part-time right now for $30 an hour doing something. But it's hard to get part-time work like that. Guys to keep them honest. Shoot, I was making $32 an hour when I retired in '01. Not a lot of money now, that's right. That's right. Uncle Tony is interested in raising awareness. If you want to be entertained, watch Zip Ties and Bias Plus.
I like watching.
She watches.
We
she
met
watches
him
a
one
lot.
time.
Yeah, we know him.
That was kind of fun.
We know him. And Kim watches him a lot.
Dean wishes he would give Peg his leg back. There, what leg?
Okay, you're in New Jersey. Yeah, New Jersey, $30 an hour is not going to be a lot of money, I would think.
No, not
because that's right by New York.
The economy there is very expensive.
George, I made that in '95. Well, 95. Oh my God. 95. What was I making in '95? I'm ashamed. I was making $14 an hour. But I was in the Appalachian poverty area, so it was okay, I guess. And I was leading the design team. I was doing all the flight testing, and I was running the shop as far as getting production out the door. And I worked from 7:30 in the morning till 10 at night every day. And it was a salary based on that. So the salary was $14 an hour for 8 hours a day, but I worked a lot more than 8 hours a day. So that is terrible. But that's all I was going to get. And it was such a fun job. You know, I got to design airplanes and flight test them and run a factory. And it was like, man, this is a real head trip. But it didn't, because of where the factory was, it paid terrible, you know. And then I went to work for a defense contractor, and they paid me so well I couldn't believe it. Like, man, no wonder people could buy a new car. And Jamie needs to give UTG's timing light back. Yeah. This festive life. Lim throws this dude on an honest YouTubers like Buckdale Camp or Kiborgy. I need a New Jersey. Very good. George said I work 6 days a week, overtime, sometimes Sunday. Yeah, I worked a lot of overtime that I didn't get paid for. And then a defense contractor, we started working a little bit of overtime, and we weren't getting paid for it. We just, you know, it's during the war. We were trying to get stuff done. And they shut us down. They said, you can't do that. Because we have to pay the overtime. So that's all we were allowed to work. We worked 10-hour days for 4-day weeks, which is nothing wrong with that. My first job made $1 an hour when I was 12 years old. My first job made me $1 a day, but it was only probably 2 hours work. $1 a day when I was 13. But that was in 1967. So for a 13-year-old, 1967, $1 a day was okay. And then because it was a paper route, I met a lot of people because it was in the downtown area. And then I got a job at a bicycle shop, so I worked at a bicycle shop and the paper route. And I made a couple bucks a day at the bicycle shop, plus $1 a day at the paper route. So I stayed busy. Dean Stevenson, every time is so you guys. I have visions of Tom and Jerry taking the stove and Studebaker away. Remember Tom and Jerry?
Mm-hmm.
That was when I had kids, little kids. That was the most fun thing we ever watched. We'd sit around and laugh and laugh and laugh. Oh, Blake Gas says Low Buck Garage is a good channel. I'm not sure I've watched it.
I see them on my stream. I can't remember what I watched from them lately. Yeah.
He says, I mean, you take mice for a ride. Oh yeah, that was right.
That was hilarious. You just about lost your mind.
Man, there was a mouse in here. Maybe more than one. I don't know. But we left the door, a window open, or something on my car. And apparently one of the mice got in my car.
Nah.
So we got the car running. It was so we could drive it places. And I'm downtown Clarksville, driving along on one of the main roads. And it was a nice day. I got the window open, got my arm out the window. You know how you sit there like this, the steering wheel. And something came across me like this, and I thought it was like a big bug or something. And it went up and it jumped out the window, and I looked, and it was a mouse. It was in the car, went and leaped out the window, and he's out in the street. And I look in the mirror, and he's out there just running around in the street. And I think he got away without getting hit by a car, but I felt bad for the mouse because he ended up out there where he didn't belong, in the middle of a bunch of concrete and tarmac, and ran over into the Chevy dealer, I think is where he went. We're all in the used car lot. He's like, where the hell am I? Yeah. Oh, Tabo's here. Hey, I'm here to get a headache off my head. Well, good. Man, I hope you do get the headache off your head. Sean O'Brien's here? Wow. We were just talking about you. What were we talking about, Sean O'Brien? Oh, I know why. Because we saw a video that Tim did, and it was you racing me. You remember that race? You raced me in a bracket race in your Z car, and you pulled up next to me. You were like giving me a chance, and then you ran away from me. That he had that race on me on his video. What if you're in a Jeff Bezos Amazon drone isn't on the premises? Does Uncle Sam have to pay you overtime then? You know what? One of the test sites I was at, the one in Oregon, we were up there flight testing some aircraft. But Amazon is up there at that location testing drones for deliveries. And we watched them a little bit, and very strange stuff. I can't imagine making any money with that, but maybe. I mean, they can barely carry one small box around. I don't know. A truck carries like a whole truck full of boxes and makes a stop and makes a stop and makes a stop. This thing goes, drops one little box about this big. It's like, really? It's not even this big. A little tiny box. Like, I don't know. Maybe. I look at it and go, you know what I thought? After I watched that, should I tell them what I thought? Yeah, this is just what I think. I think it has nothing to do with delivering packages. I think delivering the package is an excuse that Amazon can work for the government spying. That's what I think it is. I think they're out there with cameras or some kind of sensors on those drones, and the excuse for flying them is they're delivering packages. That's just my opinion. George said, when my sisters had kids, I took them. I love kids. Yeah. That's funny. Team Stevenson's Sean 24 plus 2. That was tough. Sean Ryan. I bought the KTM crotch rocket. I bought the KTM crotch rocket. Really? One more thing from No Name National. Sean O'Brien, just experience. Kevin, I was watching feral cats diving in snow, catching mice today. That was entertaining. Okay. Pete Stevenson, may your crotch rocket be launched. It turned John like John Goddard. Okay. We all remember John Goddard. Yeah, and Kevin Smith says, wouldn't surprise me. Dean Stevenson says, 175 pounds tear, including payload now, but really? I don't know. The ones I was watching, they were really weird. They took off like this. They take off straight up, like a quadcopter, but then they turn like this and they fly flat this direction. So they were flying like not upright, like this, and they fly across this airport there, and they go then fly normal again and drop something. I don't know. It was like, I don't know what they're doing. It just doesn't seem like maybe there's some vision they have I haven't figured out. Okay, Sean O'Brien, I'm excited. Hope to hop on that KTM RC 390. Yeah, hop. That's what I thought. hop on. Dean, the battery fires and collisions. Me and Bruce Simpson, X-Jet discuss it. Birthday, Kevin. Kevin, happy birthday, Kevin. Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, Kevin. Tao, tired of arguing with the kid's mother. Bought herself a 2016 Hyundai. I looked it over best I could, found some faults. She took it back to the dealer for warranty. They found too much and are giving her a refund. Now she wants to find another in a hurry. Sent her a dozen links and all are either too old or they have too many miles. Well, you can't have both in the price range. Yeah, I mean, that's 2016. That's a 10-year-old car. And, you know, they're all electronic now. And you know that there's going to be stuff, problems. Yeah, I don't know. Kevin Smith says 65. I don't remember what we missed there. 65. Yeah, I almost hate looking at cars for people and recommending because you don't know what's going to happen. Okay, RC390 is manufactured in India. Bajaj. I don't know what that is. That's the name of the company. Now owns KTM. Oh, happy 65. I get it. That's a 65. Happy 65. Oh, man. Sean O'Brien, yes. Yeah, still a good show. Doesn't have to be Austrian made. I get it.
Hey, I want to do a check-in. How cold are you?
I'm freezing.
We should be done. I know that it's fun when we get people
Oh,
in.
look at that. I'm shivering. I'm sitting here shivering.
It is so cold, guys.
See, found some 2012 models with very low miles, too old, or 2015 with moderate miles. You know what the best cars are? I still think, an old Valiant like this with a slant six, because they're simple and any idiot can fix them. Or like that car I got, that Mercury Zephyr, inline 6-cylinder automatic, it doesn't break. It just drives. And if something breaks, like it's some stupid little thing, like a fuel leak, you put a hose on it, you know? You don't need like $1,200 modules one after another, you know? God. Or a simple problem with one of those cars that's got 15, 20, 30 modules in it, and there's a bad ground somewhere. You got to have somebody that's smart enough to figure out that that's a bad ground, and they don't just start changing stuff, you know? These newer cars are horrible for that, for maintenance, you know? Besides the hard parts, things that can go wrong, like CV joints and things like that. Sean O'Brien, there's a whole bankruptcy thing, but doesn't really change the bike, just iffy on warranty.
No.
Okay, what do you want to do, Kim? I'm going to not read the chat for a minute while Kim talks to me while I shiver. Okay. George Taylor, I'm an idiot. I can fix it. You think I can fix it? You know.
It's the same as I could fix her. That's the same thought pattern.
You know, that Jeep we have.
Boy, that's been a good deal.
It's 18 years old now, but you know what? It's an electronic car. It's got all this electronics. But we can fix it because we got a laptop that has the OBD2 and we can chase stuff down. And you got to be smart enough to figure out what the problem really is, but it can be expensive. And then we get something in here like a Valiant that doesn't run right, and Kim takes a carburetor apart and cleans the goo out of it, puts it in there, it runs right. Things like that. You know, it's so much nicer. But then trying to get somebody that doesn't know about cars to get an older car, they're not going to want that. They're going to want something new, and they don't understand that these new cars are just going to be a nightmare when one thing breaks, you know.
This was just supposed to be a test. We've been more than an hour and a half.
Yeah, we were just testing the up and, you know, this is what I always call it, up and downy versus back and forthy. So we're trying to get some of the more up and downy people, the people that scroll through their phone looking for lives. And so what YouTube has said is you can use a square like this, a square video, and it'll get the it'll get the feed to the phones. It'll also work okay with the computer screens. So so that's what this test was all about. Was we just impromptu went live with this up here.
And it seems to have worked.
But I see it changed. It changed a lot. So when I get down there, you know, because I always use the same settings, so I'm gonna have to figure out the settings again before tomorrow night. I don't know. Yeah, and see, we've got the hearts coming up here now, because that's
That's more what people can do.
Yeah, they can do that. So maybe we'll leave them. I don't know. So Sean says he's on a PC.
Most of our regular people are on PCs, but I think that's because we were only being presented to people who are on PC.
Those of you that know Dougster Wolverine Garage, he's a mod in here normally. He does a Monday night live, and he does his on up and downing mode, and he gets new people in all the time, and but they're on the phone. So I don't know. We're trying to maybe attract a few more people. Yeah, but yes, a burnt out taillight used to be a few bucks. Now it's gonna be $1,800. Yeah, that's crazy. I just watched something. Some woman said she had to put a thermostat in her car, and it was $1,400. I'm like,
that
why?
Doesn't even make sense.
Why? Why did it cost that? Because the company she took it to had several hours trying to diagnose the problem, and then it was hard to get to, or is the thermostat expensive, or is it electronic? I don't even know what kind of car it was, but she was $1,400, and she was upset. Yeah, I don't know. George Daly, what's a PC? Personal computer versus the phone. But yeah, it's burned out. Yeah, $1,500. Yeah, yeah, it's a personal computer. So, what did you want to do, Kim? You want to close up before I shiver? And
yeah, you're gonna die.
Because if I stop shivering, it's because I stopped.
Yeah, right. It's like an old motorcycle. If it's not leaking oil, there ain't any oil.
Yeah, it's a Harley Davidson. If it's not leaking oil, it's because it's out of oil. You better put some oil in it.
All right, you guys have been great. This was a test. This is only a test.
This is a test. This is only a test. All right. Well, thanks for being here for our test. We have like 20 people in here right now.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody.
At what time?
I don't know. Super late in the morning.
5 minutes to 3 in the morning here.
Tomorrow is our regular streaming night, and we should have it warmed up pretty good by then if we keep after it a little bit. It's supposed to be warm tomorrow during the day, so yeah, we will.
Just the taillights have radar sensor now. That's why they're so expensive. Yeah, but it used to be you put a bulb in it. Now you replace the assembly. You know, you can't put a bulb in it. I don't know.
No, you can't.
Anyway,
because it's all LED. It's all the same.
The screen worked better on my PC this way, but really, because you got room to see the chat, maybe.
So this is an experiment. Hopefully, it is good.
Maybe we'll do it again tomorrow night when we do our.
We're not going to do it all the time.
We'll do it tomorrow night. We may not do it tomorrow night because we got the green screen and all that. We'll probably do it I don't know what we're going to do. We'll make that decision when we set it up tomorrow night. But tomorrow night's the station wagons. It'll be 8 o'clock in the evening Central Time in the U.S., whatever time that is where you are. So, yeah.
Unless we're in the shop, and then we won't be doing station wagons until later.
Oh, George Daly says, I'm not from New Jersey. What? He said he was from New Jersey. I thought he said he was from New Jersey. I don't know. So, yeah, good night, Freeze Well.
If I did a live from Theo Racing World Headquarters, would anyone tune in? World of Woodchip, yeah, but you just make sure that you're in a place where your live is actually going to work properly. Sometimes, if you're in a place where it's busy and there's lots of people with phones, it doesn't work. So, experiment. See if you can connect to the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, so George, yeah, I'd like to know where he is from. Okay, so we're out of here. Everybody have a good night. Take care. Good morning, I guess. Take care.